Good morning, my name is Adam Adamek, and today I would like to tell you a few words about energy market in Poland. I think this lecture might be treated like an introduction to another lectures and whole case study. First, we will talk about megatrends in energy sector. As you probably know, energy has been changing for many years. They are not very dynamic, but they are systematically progressing. Observing these changes can be seen as a few megatrends that affect the shape of modern energy. First megatrend is reducing emission and reducing the environmental impact of investment. And I think it has been fact for years. The main driver of changes here is the legislation, which in Europe in most cases are the law of European Union. And the law of European Union forced changes in individual member states' law. Is it worth nothing that it's not only about gas emission into air, but also about sewage emission to water, noise emission, waste emission, impact on the landscape, and of course impact on the climate. Another megatrend is development of renewable energy sources. And I also think that it's fact. I think it's everywhere easily observed. For example, looking at the number of domestic photovoltaic installations around your neighborhood or maybe on the roof of your own houses. A large number of small renewable energy sources can at some point trigger a trend to combine them into larger systems. And we would talk about it later on the future lectures in this summer school. Another megatrend is growing social awareness. So some of the changes are caused by the expectation of people who are customers for energy companies. In the case of energy group, this trend affects not only the source of energy production, but also the way of communication and customer service. So it's really wide topic, but we need to know that social awareness is one of megatrends in energy sector. Another one is improving energy efficiency. It's really very broad term. It could be understood as increasing the efficiency of energy devices or measures to reduce energy losses on the part of customers. And we would not talk about it a lot on this summer school, but I think it's good for you to have some information about it. And the last megatrend, but not the least, is development of energy storage technology. So this is the technology that has been developing for several years and which open up completely new possibilities for the energy sector. This technology is still very expensive, but as energy storage cost will go down and technology will become more popular, probably it might be huge game changer for whole energy sector, because energy storage has many functions and some of them could change the shape of modern energy. And we'll talk about it also on the future lecture a little bit more. On another slide, I would like to tell you just a few facts about energy sources in Poland. In Poland, hard coal is still the most important fuel, but the share of renewable energy sources has increased really in recent years. These technologies are photovoltaic and wind turbines in most cases. But there are also other renewable sources of energy like water power plants. Lignite is the third most important source of energy. Other fuels are also used, but in much smaller amount. And last slide is about fuel consumption by buses in Poland. First, I would like to tell you that cars in Poland mostly use gasoline and diesel, but other fuels are marginal so far. And there's not much to say about this. But the situation is quite different in the case of public transport. Electric buses are used more and more often. There are more and more plans to introduce hydrogen buses into service. More on the use of hydrogen can be found in the following lectures, so you will get more information about. And thanks for your attention. I hope this lecture was interesting, as I said, it was only some introduction to the whole summer school. Thanks for your attention.